Welcome everyone. My name is Hannah and this is a short, brief video, a little bit more energetic, addressing those who suffer from anxiety. So when you do suffer from anxiety, a short bursts of energy might aid you more so than a very slow, relaxing yoga practice, which can be frustrating, especially if you are having rapid fire thoughts and are getting into a panicked state of being. Please stay safe as we go through this practice. Keep aware of your alignment and your stability. Also, if you are right up to the point where you are in danger of experiencing a panic attack, I do not recommend this practice. If you are at that extreme level of anxiety, please consider breathing with a very slow, relaxing breathing technique such as Dirga Pranayama. But this practice is great for general anxiety. So to start off, let's move a little bit. So start with your wrists because we're going to head right into table pose. Already start to breathe in and out through the nose. Feel your spine nice and elongated, chest broad, feeling your wrists move around. Give them a gentle shake and head on into your table pose, hands and knees. With your knee joints directly underneath your hips, fingers spread wide, elbows slightly bent. Begin by moving your spine into cat and cow. Rounding, bowing the head, pulling the tailbone in, and exhale, lift your tailbone. Allow the belly to drop. Allow the heart to drop, to slide your shoulder blades together. Going back and forth. Breathing, exhaling when it feels appropriate, either in your back bend or the rounding of your spine. Grounding down in between your pointer and thumb fingers, that area of your hand. From here, come to a neutral spine, bring your hands closer together. Elevate your left arm out to the left. And twist from your mid-spine to open your chest, stack your arms, bring the arm back down to the floor and switch sides. Inhale the right arm out to the right and up towards the sky. Going back and forth just a few times here. Pressing the shins into the floor. Good. Come back to a table position. In any safe way you can, bring your left leg forward. So in between your arms into the knee down lunge. There is space in between your legs. So your left foot isn't directly in front of your right knee. Also, your front knee is right on top of your ankle. Start moving back and forth with your pelvis. When you move back, straighten the front knee, press out through the heel, round your spine. And as you exhale, pull the knee forward, right on top of the ankle. Begin to elevate your spine into a vertical position just for a moment. And then back down. Once again, move your knee back or move your pelvis back. Press out through the heel. And then one last time forward here. Elevate your spine. Neutralize your hips. Allow the arms to come down. Inhale all the way up towards the sky. Palms face each other. Bring the arms back down. Safely guide your hands to the floor. Bring the left arm inside your leg. Let your left leg come back into table. Try out any movements for the hips, the spine, the shoulders before you bring the right leg forward. All the same alignment cues, still stand. When you're ready, straighten the knee, Lift the toes, press out through the heel, round the spine. Back and forth just a few times here. Elevate the spine when the knee is forward. All right, here we're going to come up with the spine. Allow the arms to drop. Pressing the shin in the back of the top of the back foot strongly into the floor, bending into the front knee. Inhale the arms all the way up, palms facing each other. Unshrugged shoulders. When you're ready, lower the arms. Guide the hands to the floor. Bring the right arm on the inside of your leg. Guide your right leg back into table. With the hands on the floor, try out a few cat and cows. Come back to a neutral spine. Wag your tailbone to the left. Look above your left shoulder at that side of your pelvis. Come back to a neutral spine. Wag your tailbone to the right. Look above your right shoulder at that side of your pelvis. Do this several times. All right, and then from here back to a neutral spine. Place your pelvis on the floor. Come into your cross-legged seated position. We'll be going through opening pranayama here for a brief moment to work on your breath. So with something underneath your pelvis, a towel or a blanket, allow your legs to come into a cross-legged seated position. Elongate your spine from pelvis to crown. Elbows heavy at your sides. Allow the shoulders to remain soft. Feel your head balanced atop your collarbone. Feel free to close your eyes or have a soft gaze on the floor in front of you and begin with Dirga Pranayama, full yogic breath. As you inhale, fill your nostrils. Bring the air all the way down into the belly as it expands forward into the lungs. They move out side to side and then into the upper chest. Wide collarbone. And as you exhale through the nose, use muscular engagement to pull the ribs in together. Allow the belly button to engage in towards your spine. Squeeze out the breath. And then start the process all over again. Filling to completion, emptying to depletion. Now here, add Ujjayi, or ocean-sounding breath, victorious breath. With your next exhale, constrict the top back part of your throat. You'll begin to make a sound that sounds like soft snoring or Darth Vader breathing inside of his mask. Make the sound upon the inhale as well. Continue to breathe with that first technique, Dirga Pranayama. You're just adding on another technique, breathing with both of them simultaneously for just a couple more breaths, and then we'll start moving again. Ending your opening pranayama, bring some swaying into your posture, something to soften, some shoulder movements, some neck movements. Continue to breathe with that first technique, Dirga Pranayama, belly, lungs, and chest. And then once again, come to your table pose. Remove your blanket, set it aside, prepare for mountain climbers. So very strong hands, very strong arms, always grounding down in between pointer and thumb fingers. Come to your plank pose. And you can begin when you're ready. Moving as fast or as slow as you like. The faster you move, obviously the more heat you're going to generate. Deep breaths as you work with this. Just a few more. Back into plank. Hold here. And then push into down dog. Move your pelvis back and up. You can walk your feet forward a little bit if you need to. Bend your knees. Deep breath, strong belly muscles. Now walk your feet up towards your hands. Come into forward fold. Keep your knees bent, your spine long, head heavy. Now from here, put your hands on your thighs. Bring your elbows into your sides, your lower ribs. With strong belly muscles, come up halfway with a flat spine. Hold here. We're coming right up into chair pose. So make sure your feet are hip width distance apart. Your inner arches are parallel with each other. Elevate your arms forward at shoulder height. Lower your pelvis. Keep your knees right on top of your ankles. All 10 toe prints firmly grasping the floor. Strong belly muscles, breathing with Dirga. Unshrugged shoulders, long neck. Place your hands on top of your heart. Now, as you exhale, right elbow comes to tap the outside of your left knee. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, next side. Try to keep your knees right where they are. Don't let them move. One more time, each direction. Inhale, arms back into chair pose. Straighten the knees. Push into all 10 toe prints. And then lower the arms. Come all the way up here to standing. Adjust anything that you need to adjust before placing hand on heart and then the next on your belly. Take a few breaths here. And then prepare for half warrior. So as you widen your stance, let's start by moving the right toes towards the short edge of your mat. Your right kneecap too. Your left foot can move in a little bit, the left heel out. Now grab your hips, take a look at your front knee and bend and straighten it several times. Make sure it's tracking in between your first and second toe or second and third toe. Let's add some arm movement. The next time you lower, elevate the arms out to shoulder height. Lift, cross the arms in front of your chest. Keep on doing this. Maybe recrossing your arms with the other arm in front each time you lower. Exhale as you lower. Inhale as you lift. You can add the rotation of your neck as you lower as well. The next time you lower, pause. Look past your front middle finger. Now press down strongly into the floor with the soles of your feet. Squeeze your legs together. The muscles that would bring your legs together engage, but the legs don't move. Keep your knee bent on top of your ankle, your shoulders and ribcage square to the wall in front of you. Belly muscles engaged. Arm bones lengthening apart, but your shoulder blades moving in towards each other. Deep breaths. Now drop your back palm to just be placed on your back thigh. Flip your front palm up, straight up with your arm first, and then think up and over with your rib cage as you lengthen your spine over the back thigh. Keep that front knee bent right on top of the ankle. Belly muscles strong. Inhale back to half warrior. Look past your middle finger one last time, and then inhale, slowly rise, or straighten the front knee. Pull the toes towards the long edge of your mat. Safely shorten your stance, grab your hips, hula hoop your hips a few times in each direction. And let's get the other side. Go ahead and lengthen your stance. Turn your toes towards the short edge of your mat. Make the adjustment for your right foot, and then go right into the movement with the arm crossing the arms in front of your chest, elevating them as you lower. The next time your knee is bent and your arms are lifted, pause here, hold half warrior. Dropping the back palm, flipping the front up, straight up with the arm, up and over. Keep the front knee bent on top of the ankle. You can adjust the neck to move your gaze in any direction that feels safe for your neck. Inhale back to half warrior. Straighten the front knee. Hold on to your hips. Turn your toes forward. Bring your heels in slightly. Hula hoop your hips, one in or each direction a few times. All right, from here, let's work with goddess and 5-pointed star. Your legs are still in a wide stance. Inhale, arms out and above. Expand in all directions. 5-pointed star. Now as you exhale, lower your pelvis. Bend your knees towards your toes. Also bend your arms, elbows at your shoulder height, palms face each other. Now come in and out of those two postures repeatedly. Lowering, lifting. Exhale as you lower. Inhale as you lift. Try not to let your knees spill in or spill out too much. Belly muscles contracted. Spine nice and long and strong. The next time you lower, hold here. Bring the elbows back to expand in the chest. Unshrug shoulders, gripping the floor with all 10 toe prints. When you're ready, straighten the knees. One last time, 5-pointed star. And allow the arms to drop. Heel toe, your feet back underneath you. Give yourself some movement. Let your arms be very, very loose as you shake your upper body. Come back towards the front portion of your mat. Neutral stance. Inhale the arms out side to side, all the way up overhead. Exhale back down to shoulder height with strong bellies. Bent knees. Come down halfway with your flat spine. Hold here and hover. Exhale all the way down, forward fold. Back into plank pose. Pressing back through the heels. Your pelvis is lower than your heart, elbows bent. Drop your right knee right down to the floor, right underneath your hip. Pull your right hand in slightly. Put the inside of your left foot on the floor to lift your left arm up into side plank. Press down through the shin and the inner arch of your foot, as well as the space in between your pointer and thumb fingers. That's the hand that's on the floor. Back into plank pose. So get the next side. Left knee to the floor, left hand moves in, the inside of your right foot comes down, arm comes up. Come back into plank pose. Both knees come to the floor. Set your pelvis on the ground. Sweep your feet forward. Slowly, slowly, slowly lower down onto your back. Prepare for Shavasana here. You might want to pull the knees into the chest. Hold on to the lower body. Rock a little side to side. After you've rocked back and forth, full body stretch. Inhale the arms up above the head. Lengthen from toe tip to fingertip. And when you're ready, bring the arms down at your sides. Start to soften from head to toe. Maybe take some deep inhales followed by a deep sigh through the mouth. Shake the head, yes and no, or maybe just no, actually. Shaking the head yes while it's on the floor is a little difficult, so just shake the head no. Eventually come to a place of stillness. Allow the earth to support you. Fall into its supports, just like a puzzle piece would make itself comfortable in its empty opening. Allow your body to take over your breathing as you spend the next several moments here in Shavasana.